Excellent. And today we're sitting here with Kareyn, who we know now for quite a while, and has even though Kareyn is a client of ours for a long time, we've come to know her as a person, and she's one of our favorite people to have come visit us in the store. So, off of the personal stuff for a second.
Yep.
And on this venture, we did this venture actually started out, I should say, adventure.
Oh yeah, 2 years ago.
That's right. That's right. I was going to say first started 2 years ago.
Yeah, a long time.
When Kareyn had gotten from us about a 2 1/3 carat round brilliant cut that we had on the website.
Yeah, traditional? Yeah, traditional cut. Yeah.
Yeah. And but Kareyn got that ultimately with plan. Did you have the plans in mind of what you wanted to do with that when you first got it?
No, when I first got it, it was such a step up over what I'd had. I thought I would never change it. But as I learnt more about diamonds and spent more time with you, but spent more time on information websites and looking at videos and things, I just realised how well a diamond could perform. And I realised that this one, although it was a beautiful stone, and it was from my opinion, it was a big stone, it just wasn't performing the way it could. And then you started offering the service about recutting, or I found out about it, and it was an idea that wouldn't let go.
Sure. And then about how long afterwards did you finally contact us about the recut?
I went back and forth on it, as you know, probably for a good year. And it was around Christmas I decided I was definitely going to do it. And then I think I contacted you in January and said, yeah, let's go. So
Awesome. Which wound up recutting. And while we're talking about this, I want to show you right on the screen here. Here is a before shot of Kareyn's diamond. And then we had it recut. It went from a 2 1/3 carat to a 2.05 carat. HSI1, and we recut it to nothing short of a picture perfect hearts and arrows. And as you can see the imagery on the screen, the diamond came out. I mean,
it's stunning. I mean, some of the stats that I saw in it were amongst the best stats that I've ever seen for a diamond. And I think too, the thing that if I had to say one thing to people, I think when women are, like, to be honest, we're all addicted to size. We would like to say that we're not, but we all are. And the one thing that really became very apparent with my recut, which is why I undernied about it for so long, when mine was recut, you guys saved every bit of diameter that you could save for me. I mean, you saved as much size as you could save. And my stone, I was worried about getting it recut because it was a shallow stone and it was spready, and I knew that to cut it perfectly I would have to lose some diameter, but I really did lose as little a diameter as possible. And from that perspective, I was extremely grateful and very happy with the way it went. So
Awesome.
Very awesome.
So Kareyn took advantage of our recutting services, which, by the way, we can do to just about any diamond, even if we're hunting for a stone for a client and we can't particularly find what they're looking for. We'll get it cut. We'll recut the stone and make it what you want it. Which is exactly what we did for Kareyn, except that realization came over a period of time. However, the journey doesn't stop there.
Well, yeah, it didn't stop there. And I had a pair of 0.72 each side stones, and they'd been in earrings for some time, and I never wore them. And for a long time I thought, geez, these would be perfect side stones if only I had a centre stone that would do them justice, because there are hearts and arrows stones themselves. And so then one day I decided to go all the way with it and make a 3-stone with the 2.05 in the middle and the 272 pointers on one on either side. So I wanted a big ring. I've got large fingers, and I thought, little dainty stuff doesn't work for me. I've told myself that all my life. And so I just went all the way and got the big ring, and it's the brass ring.
Awesome. And the ring that you see spinning on the screen right now is the completed ring that Kareyn did. We did it was a handmade ring. It was. I started with something on your site, one of the rings that was on your site, which is a Vachi ring, and it was one of their stock settings, but I had a number of changes that I wanted to make with it, and I didn't realise before I went into this process
that you could virtually take any of their designs, and they will custom make it for you to the specifications that you want. I changed the taper on the band. I had the shank attached differently. I was very specific about what I wanted with the prongs, how I wanted the arms to be set, and it really was the exact externalization of what I dreamt about.
Awesome.
And fast too, because I had quotes from other people to do this, and I was always told 6 weeks, or at the outside maybe eight weeks. And I dropped my stones off, and I got my ring back exactly 3 weeks later when I did it this way, and it's exactly what I wanted.
Awesome, so, awesome. Wow. I'm going to take you back in time a little bit here, because I've been on the internet since 1998. You've been lurking around on the internet in like jewelry forums and diamond forums and stuff like that.
Yeah, I was on PriceScope a couple of years ago, and I was on PriceScope for, I don't know, a year or two. But I used to read PriceScope's website, I would say for 5 years, pretty regularly prior to that, before I ever said anything on PriceScope. So I was pretty familiar with it by the time I actually signed in and joined.
Sure. And where exactly do you come from? I know you're from Australia.
Originally Australia, but New York now.
Are you living in New York now?
Yeah, live in New York. Live in Westchester County. Westchester County. So first county north of the 5 boroughs. So husband works on Wall Street, and and so we travel to get here. I mean, it's well and truly a 3-hour round trip, or if the weather is particularly gorgeous and everyone's going to the Long Island beaches like today, it will be a 4-hour round trip, and we don't care. It's whenever we want to, or whenever it's my treat for a really good day out. It's always you see me and I say, I've just been sick and so I wanted to go somewhere, so I came here. Or it's my birthday, I came here. It's Christmas, I came here. I've got some friends visiting from Australia, we came here. I bring everybody here because I think so highly of it. Awesome. And this is my jeweler.
Awesome. We appreciate that, and we love you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. For people who are watching this, and like for the first time, and they're thinking, a 3-hour round trip,
3 to 4.
3 to 4 hours round trip to get your jewelry or diamonds from Good Old Gold. Why travel 3 hours?
Wow, it's like there's so many reasons in my mind, just all trying to come out at the one time. But I would say the main ones are firstly. It's so good working with people who are really excited about what they're selling. It's because when they're excited about what they're selling, they tend to know about what they're selling, and so they're informed. And the one thing that I find with Good Old Gold is that you guys know what you're selling. You guys know what you're doing. You know what your stock is. You guided me, and no one ever said, Kareyn, you should do this, but you were able to answer every question I had. People would always get back to me. People would return emails. They would return calls. You guys are slammed busy a lot of the time, but everyone always got back to me on whatever my questions were. And you spent hours with me here. I mean, I think if we added the hours up, John, I don't know how many hours I've been here, but hours and hours and hours. Yeah. And I really appreciated that level of not just service but help. Because in my mind, it stopped. And I'm a pretty picky customer. I'm a very picky customer. I expect to get what I pay for. And what I got here ceased to be service after a point, and it became genuine help. And I really appreciated that. Also, everybody here knows my name. Whenever I walk in, everyone's going like, Kareyn, how are those earrings going? Kareyn, how's that reset going? Hey, you're still enjoying that little solitaire you did? How's that 3-stone going? Everybody knows. And every time I pick up a new piece of jewelry, 3 or 4 of the women here will come out and look at me, take it out of the box, say, oh, it's beautiful, and it's the response that you want. But I think it's the expertise and also the credibility that you have. I believe you. I trust you. And I mean, that my background is as a psychologist, and I've got pretty good radar for when I don't trust someone or shouldn't trust somebody. I don't have those sorts of issues here. And when you're dealing with big ticket items, that's really important. So that's why we come here. It's because it's really good fun. It's the Mecca, I think. I often say to my friends, I had a girlfriend from Australia who I knew through PriceScope as well. And when we came here, I said to her, come on, Shelley, we're going to Mecca. And that's what we did. And that's how it is. But it's fun. It's friendly. It's a positive experience. It's informed. It's respectful. You don't get treated like an idiot or like you're in somebody's way. I like it here.
Awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome. Wow, wow, wow. I'm feeling verklempt. Saturday Night Live.
But that's why, you know, and if that's not how I felt, then I wouldn't do it. But that truly is how I feel, and that is why I do it, because it's not next door for us. You know, I have to convince my husband, you know, every time I want to go here, to give up half of his Saturday, let's be honest, all of his Saturday, because it might be 3 to 4 hours driving, but I'm here for hours when I come.
Yeah.
So it's like it's a whole Saturday, and he never minds. And like for all the husbands, they should all know there's a very nice coffee shop next door. They can all go and sit in the coffee shop and have their coffee while their wives are doing the jewellery thing.
Yeah.
And
we got the man chairs here.
We got the man chairs and the TV, and we always have lunch just down the road at our favourite diner. We have our favourite diner out near Good Old Gold now, which I think is hilarious.
Sure.
And so, you know, we make a day of it. So
awesome,
yeah,
awesome.
great
Wow.
day.
Before we close, is there anything else that you would want to say to the viewing audience from that I didn't ask you about, or if there's anything on your mind that you want to just share?
Oh wow! I mean, I would just say two things. Firstly, that you just can't underestimate how much fun it is to come here. It's like for women particularly, this is where it's happening. I mean, this is way fun out here, you know, and if you haven't been here, come, because you're going to love it. And secondly, at the risk of embarrassing you, and I haven't told you that I was going to say this, but it's your Good Old Gold for me. You and Darren and Marie and your mum and all these people, I mean, you know, Kareyn, and you're all Good Old Gold, but you particularly embody Good Old Gold for me. And I trust your ethics. I trust your morality. I trust your intentions towards me, both as a friend and as a customer. And a good part of the reason why I come here is because I know I'm not going to have to be on my guard if I want to make a purchase. And I trust you. You've raised this store. John, you need to change your carpet, I've got to tell you. But apart from that, your ethics are really good, and your morality is trustworthy. And that's what makes the experience so enjoyable. It's you personally. So,
Awesome. I can't thank you enough.
Pleasure.
Wow. Awesome. Thank you.
Okay.
Cool.